Hello, and thank you so very much for joining us on the AdoptAPet show. Today is Monday, November the 11th, and of course it's Veterans Day, so we want to make sure that we thank all the veterans out there, past, present, and future. Thank you so much for keeping our country safe. And we just hope that you will enjoy the show today and stay tuned, and maybe one of these little sweethearts will speak to your heart and you'll want to rush on down here and adopt a pet. We wanted to start the show off today with little Miss Frannie. I just think this cat is just the coolest cat around. She's extremely affectionate. She's purring up a storm right now, but she's very unusual. Although she is a tabby and white, she doesn't have the traditional markings that you would normally see on a tabby. They're all very short dashes of color rather than stripes. She has the striped tail, but she has this really neat, very thick stripe that runs right down her back. Then she's got these gorgeous little white paws and her little white chest that kind of offset the coloring that she is. But she is just absolutely adorable. I mean, she's just so affectionate, so sweet, such a good kitty. Wants to be around people, keeps her fur nice and clean, and that's the sort of thing you want to look for when you come down here to Coweta County Animal Control and you meet all of these wonderful kitties. You want to make sure that they are very healthy and that they keep their fur clean, and that way if you see that their fur is very clean and well kept, you know that they're feeling good, and that way you know that they are healthy. But Miss Frannie here is in C33, that is her cage number, and she is up for adoption now, and as you can see, she absolutely loves to be petted and loves to be around people. So if you are looking for an affectionate kitty that is still very young, I mean, my goodness, she's only about 8 or 9 months old, then you definitely want to come on down here and meet Miss Frannie. She is a superior kitty and just very sweet, and you will not be disappointed. So come on down and meet this sweet girl. She is sure to steal your heart. And here we have Frank, and he is an absolutely adorable min pin, which is also a miniature pinscher. And he's very scared, but who can blame him? He's a teeny tiny little guy in this great big world and doesn't know how in the world he ended up here. Certainly he didn't do anything to deserve to be here without a home, and we just want to help him find a new home. Now, little Frank here has already been neutered, so that is something that you don't have to wait for the vet to take care of here at Coweta County Animal Control. If you come in to adopt him, you actually get to take him home that day, which is fabulous. And he is just, looks like he's about a year old. They did go ahead and do a heartworm test on him. It came back negative, which is wonderful. That's not a thing that you have to concern yourself with or take him to the vet for, because that test result did come back negative. He is in A17, that's his cage number. And it looks like he was picked up as a stray from MLK Drive. He didn't have a collar on, no microchip, no sort of ID. So now he is up for adoption and ready to find his new home. So please do consider Frank. I believe he's in the cage with another puppy or another dog that's about to be adopted. So Frank here may end up on his own in that cage, and we certainly don't want him to be lonely. So he is really waiting for somebody very special just like you to come and give him a new forever home. And I'm absolutely in love with this boy. This is Tater, and of course he does have a brother named Tot, and they give him the most unique names down here at Animal Control, but both of the boys are very sweet. And I decided to put Tater on because they're getting a little bigger now. These boys have actually been here for almost 3 months, if you can believe it. But the reason they're giving them so much time here at Animal Control is because they know that these cats are highly adoptable. They know that they're sweet. They know that they are affectionate, and they don't want to have to euthanize them. So they're going to let these boys hang out just as long as they possibly can. But there is always that time when Animal Control has to make that terrible decision to make space for new pets to come out on the adoption floor, and they will have to make a decision as to whether or not they're going to let these guys live on here, or if they're going to have to go ahead and put them down. And we don't want to see that happen, because Tater, as you can see, is just a laid-back boy. He's purring up a storm. I wish you could hear the motor on this boy. Oh my goodness. He's going to be the best back massager in the world. You just lay down on your belly, and this guy will climb on your back and be the best back massager ever. He's so sweet. But he is in C35, that's his cage number, and he's also in cat room number 2. So I want you to remember that there are 2 different cat adoption floors here at Animal Control. One to your right as soon as you walk in the area that we're in now called the bonding room. And then there's one to your left, which is a very small door, but there are cats in there, and want to make sure that people don't forget that Tater and Tot are in there, and also the kitty that I had on just a moment ago is in that room as well. But it looks like Tater here has already had his shots and he's been dewormed. He has not been neutered as of yet, but once you adopt him, then he'll just have to stay here for a couple days for the vet to take care of neutering him, and then you can take him home. But he is so ready to get out of here, as you can see. Although he's enjoying being in my lap, I'm sure he would much rather be in a home where he can be the curious cat that he is and check out every nook and cranny in your home and just have a good old time with you and your family. So come on down and meet Tater, and I hope that you will fall in love with this boy just as much as I have. And we have a pretty girl that likes to sit pretty too. This is Madeline. She is a very, very sweet girl. And even the vet here wrote on her card, her ID card, that she's a nice dog. So we know that she has got a wonderful temperament, but we can already tell that. And also our volunteer Ann mentioned to me that when she took Madeline out of her cage, that is when she chose to go potty. And that can kind of give you an indication that possibly she's house trained and will not use the restroom in your home, which is wonderful. So just a super, super nice dog. Looks like she's a Lab Retriever mix, only about 2 years old, and she's already been spayed. So she came into animal control spayed. She definitely was somebody's pet at some point and just got loose. She's actually been here at Animal Control since September. So now here it is approaching mid-November, and she really needs to find that very special forever home. They did go ahead and test her for heartworms. It came back negative, so that's not something that you have to worry about. But she's had all of her shots and she's been dewormed, so she is good to go. She's in B16, that's her cage number, and just a wonderful, wonderful dog. So if you're looking for a sweet dog that gets along good with other dogs, I have to mention that she gets along good with other dogs because we did have some folks here at Animal Control looking at another dog. They got loose and came over and started sniffing on Madeline, and they just looked at each other like, so what? So we know that she's gonna play nice on the playground with the other dogs. So come on down and meet this sweetheart. You will just fall in love with her. She's a gorgeous dog, she's a sweet dog, and she is going to be the sweetest thing you've ever had in your home, and probably good with kids. If she's good with other dogs, then more than likely she's gonna be good with kids as well. So come on down and meet this girl. She's sure to steal your heart. And now we have little Thomas here, who is just a little sweetie, just a little tiny kitten, a nobody. And his sister has been adopted. So when her new owners come pick her up from Animal Control, he is going to be all by his little lonesome in his cage, which just breaks my heart because he is just a cutie pie and so sweet. He's a tabby, as you can see, and he's got a little bit of white on him. But my goodness, he's only about 3 months old, just going on 3 months old. And just a tiny little guy, and just a little snuggler and so sweet. I just can't imagine this little guy having to be by himself. But Thomas is in C3, that's his cage number. It's okay, buddy, I scared him. Did I scare you with my big bad hand? But what a cutie pie. And it looks like he was picked up as a stray from MLK Drive, and he didn't have any kind of ID on him. I can tell he's been eating a lot of food. He's got a really fat belly, and he's burping a little bit. You're a little piggy, huh? But what a cutie. I mean, you see these kittens, and I know, it's so hard to resist these cute little kittens and the cute little puppies also that are here at Animal Control. It just breaks your heart. But he's just so sweet and so innocent and so tiny, and really just needs somebody to come and adopt him so he doesn't spend a lot of time here at Animal Control. He does not need to grow up here. He needs to be in a loving, warm, happy family environment. And you know, they do the best they can here at Animal Control to spend time with each animal that's here and pet them and you know, just really help to socialize them. But the best thing for him really truly would be to be in a home instead. So please do consider little Thomas and come and adopt this sweet, sweet kitten so he doesn't end up growing up and spending his life here at Animal Control, because he truly needs a special family just like yours. And here we have a very sweet girl that our volunteer Ann has named this dog Sandy. And Sandy is a very sweet girl. She also even knows a few basic commands. She was sitting down in the yard earlier, and as you can see, she's very laid back. She's a very pretty girl. She's got this gorgeous sand-colored fur, and even her eyes are the same color as her fur. Now, she is only about 2 years old. They are showing that she's a pit bull mix. Do you believe you see that in her, or do you see something else? She looks like she's got, yeah, some lab in her. Not so much of the pit. But one thing I want to mention about Sandy is that she is already spayed, which is a wonderful thing. And the reason I say that is because that way when you adopt a pet that's already spayed or neutered, you get to take them home that day. You don't have to wait for the vet to take care of that surgery. She's already had all of her shots and she's been dewormed. Now, she has been tested for heartworms. It did come back negative. And when she first came into animal control, she was wearing a red collar. So if for any reason you recognize her, we always like to see the owners reunited with their pet. But since she has been here since October, and now here it is the middle of November, she is up for adoption. She is needing to find a new home. She's in B7, that's her cage number. And I guess that's about it. She looks like she was a stray from LaGrange Street. And as you can see, she's very, very sweet. She's very laid back. Definitely going to be one of those types of dogs that you can spend lots of time snuggling with and hanging out with this cold winter. So you come on down and you meet this girl. She's very friendly, very sweet, and you are absolutely going to love this girl. So come and meet her, and by adopting this sweet girl, you're also saving her life. And here we have little Princess Olivia. I just love the underdogs. You know, you're always rooting for those underdogs. And gosh, a couple weeks ago when we saw Olivia, she was just a scrawny little skinny thing, and now she's starting to fill out and plump up, and she's so much healthier than when she first came in and was picked up as a stray by animal control. But just a little sweetie, oh my goodness, she's just a tiny little thing. But she's only about 4 months old, or even probably less than that. I mean, she's still a little baby, so she's got lots and lots of growing to do. But what a sweet little girl. Hi there, honey. She's got pretty, pretty green eyes, and I don't think that color is going to change. It's kind of an army green color, very, very unique. She's in C11, and little Olivia is about to be alone in her cage because her little litter mate slash sister, whatever, however they're related, her little sister Claire is going to be adopted, and so Olivia will end up all by her lonesome in her cage. And you know, I hate to see that because she's so tiny and she really needs somebody to keep her company and keep her from getting sad and depressed while here at Animal Control. So hopefully they'll hook her up with another roommate and she'll have a friend to hang out with. But she's just absolutely adorable, so ready to find her forever home. She's been here at Animal Control long enough to where she is at risk for possibly ending up on a euthanasia list at some point. So we don't want to see that happen with this little sweet girl. So please do come on down and meet Olivia, and I know this little girl is going to absolutely steal your heart. And you know, they say that a dog is man's best friend, but you never know, a cat might be a lady's best friend. So come on down and rescue this sweet, sweet little innocent girl. And here we have Piper, and we are calling her Hyper Piper because she's a puppy, and she's one of those lab retriever mixes that is going to be more on the hyper side. She's just very excited, very personable, and loves people and all of that, but she definitely is full spot on, full energy. I mean, she is just a happy-go-lucky girl, but she definitely needs some training. She's going to need somebody to teach her that you're not supposed to jump up on people, but hey, I've had my dogs for 4 years and they're still jumping up on people, so it's just something that they like to do because we're not down on their level. They want to get up to ours. So, but she's a super sweet girl. Just definitely needs her nails clipped and needs some general basic grooming, which all dogs need. But just want to throw it out there that she definitely is going to be one of those dogs that's going to be more on the energetic side. If you're a very active family, you may want to consider this sweet girl Piper. She's an A7, that's her cage number. Showing to be only about 9 or 10 months old, and heartworm negative, had all of her shots, been dewormed, so she is good to go. So I tell you what, if you have a fenced-in yard and you have anything like squirrels or chipmunks or anything that you want to make sure to get chased out of that yard, then this is definitely the girl for you. She'll keep everything out of your yard and wear your kids out so that they will sleep well at night, and so will you. So come on down and meet Piper, and I'm sure that she is going to end up winning you over and being just a very, very sweet girl and enjoying you and your family and showing you what unconditional love is really all about. I have two very rambunctious, very cute boys here. I don't know who is who, but we have Ichabod and Crane, and they are just so funny and so sweet. We absolutely have loved watching them play in their cage, chasing each other's tails and biting each other and wrestling. And putting each other in a headlock, and I mean, they're just absolutely so much fun to watch them together. Little baby boys, they're only about 3 months old. And I tell you what, when you're looking to get a kitten, it's really a good idea to get 2 small kittens together, because they really truly do keep each other entertained. And if your family is not home during the day, your kids are at school and you and your husband are at work, or you know, both parents work, then it may be a good idea to get 2 kittens together. They, like I said, keep each other entertained, they keep each other out of trouble, and it just gives them something to do when you are not there. And they grow up together, and it's just very, very sweet and very, very special. So of course we would love to see these 2 boys stay together, but they don't have to be adopted together. We just want to make sure that at some point they are both adopted and end up finding their forever homes rather than being here at Animal Control. They are, both of these sweet little boys are in C5, that's their cage number, and they've both been dewormed and had their shots. They have not been neutered as of yet, though that is something that will be included in the adoption fee when you come to Animal Control to adopt these boys. So come on down and pick up Ichabod and Crane, and you will just have so much fun snuggling with these boys this winter and watching them grow up and watching their little personalities really bloom, and watch them just have fun and attack each other and just do silly boy stuff. So come on down and meet these boys. You're gonna love them. Now we are absolutely in love with this girl. This is Cindy, and as you can see, she is very, very excited to be here on the show today with her tail just a wagging. She gives lots and lots of kisses. She is a Lab Retriever mix and still a tiny puppy. My goodness, they're showing that she's only about 10 or 12 weeks old. So, so cute. I'm loving the Oreo color, the white and the black, and she's even got little speckles, little freckles on her nose. She's an A1, that's her cage number. And oh my goodness, I love this girl. She's had all of her shots. She's been dewormed. Looks like she was picked up as a stray from Sweetbriar Drive, Sweetbriar, and she did not have a collar and did not have any ID, but oh, what a honey. So if you are interested in a little puppy, I mean, she's a little girl, but she's gonna grow up. Yes, she is. She is a mix, so we don't know how big she's gonna get, but you are the one that can be the one to train her and to watch her grow up and watch her just grow into a beautiful, beautiful dog, and oh, what an absolute sweetheart. So come on down and meet Miss Cindy. She is down here at Animal Control just waiting for you. And I just love, love, love this little kitten. We have nicknamed him Dewey because my daughter is reading a story about a kitten that was found in a book return in an Iowa library many years ago that they named Dewey after the Dewey Decimal System. And so we named him Dewey because he just looks so much like that kitty cat with his beautiful and soft orange fur. He's going to be more of a medium-haired kitty rather than a short-haired. But I tell you what, as soon as I opened his cage, he just started purring. He's so, so sweet and so soft. I wish you could feel him. He's like cotton. And just such a handsome, handsome kitty. Gorgeous gold-colored eyes. And just a baby. He's still a tiny kitten. He's only about 8 or 9 weeks old, and he's already had his shots, been dewormed. He's in C10, that's his cage number, and I've heard that he does have a sibling that is in the back, and they're a little crowded here at Animal Control, so they have not brought his sibling up yet, and they have named that sibling Velcro for obvious reasons. Since I've met Dewey here, I can see why. He just clings to you and is just so, so sweet. Oh my goodness, what a sweet, sweet kitten. So if you're looking for a very affectionate kitten or cat that you want to be a lap cat, be a friend, be someone that you come home from work after a long, hard day, and here's that sweet animal that all they want is for you to just pet them and love on them, and they will love right back, then definitely this is the cat for you. So come on down and meet Dewey. He's special. He's a special, special boy, and very, very affectionate and very sweet and very handsome to boot. So he's got it all. So come on down and meet this sweet boy, because I don't think he'll be here very long. If you just get him out of the cage and hold him, you'll see what I mean. He's a super sweet guy, and I know that he'll make a wonderful addition to your family and will absolutely steal your heart. So come on down and meet Dewey. And here we have a beautiful, beautiful boy. This is Wiggles. He is an Australian cattle dog mix, and such a handsome boy. He's got the black and white coloring and also got some touches of brown. Now you may notice that he is kind of huffing and puffing, but it's really hard with how close these dogs are together back there here at Animal Control to keep them from getting kennel cough. And it is something that will generally go away on its own, but if it continues, then they do need to see a vet and have a little bit of medicine, some antibiotics or whatever, so that they don't end up continuing to cough like that. But he is just a puppy. He's only about 6 or 7 months old. They did test him for heartworms. It came back negative. He is an A11, that's his cage number. But aw, look at this sweet guy. He's such a nice dog, and he's so handsome. Yes, you are. You're so handsome. And I just love the way he's sitting here on Anne's lap with his paws just crossed over and he's just chilling out. He's just chilling like a villain. But he is just so handsome, so sweet, and a wonderful dog. So if you are interested in Wiggles, then please do come on down here to Animal Control very quickly and snatch this boy up, because I don't think he'll last long. He's very handsome. He's a wonderful sized dog. He's kind of a medium-sized dog and just a real sweetheart. So come on down and adopt Mr. Wiggles. Yeah, Wiggles. And by adopting this sweet dog, you're also saving his life. And here we have Sebastian. He is a big lover. This big boy, they say he weighs about 8 pounds. I'd say more like 10. He's a big boy, and he is solid as a rock, but super sweet, has a heart of gold, and only about 3 years old, so he's still very young. 3 is, he's still like a kitten inside. Very sweet. He's already been neutered, so that is not something that you have to wait for the vet to take care of here at Animal Control. He is in C20, that's his cage number. And as you can see, he is just a lover and not a fighter, no sir. And Sebastian has gorgeous green eyes. Very handsome boy. Looks like he was picked up as a stray from Armco 3rd Street, no collar, no ID, so he is definitely looking for his new forever home. He's a gorgeous, tux. He's got the tux on, that type of kitty cat where he looks like he's wearing a black tuxedo. But so cute, so sweet, and just ready for his new home and to snuggle with somebody this winter and keep them nice and warm. Yes, sir. He's loving this. He's so happy. He's drooling on me a little bit, so so forgive him for that. He is just a happy cat. So come on down and meet Sebastian. Like I said, he's in C20. He's just a great big sweet lover, and I'm sure that he will snuggle up with you on these cold winter months, and he will keep you nice and warm, and maybe even snuggle up at your feet at night to keep your toes nice and warm too. So come meet Sebastian. He's definitely going to be a very special friend to you and your family, and if you give him a forever home, he will be your forever friend. Legal or something. And now we would like to introduce you to Sambo. He is a very nice dog. He's just hanging out with us here. They have him marked as an American Bulldog, but we're not quite sure. He's definitely a mix of some sort, but he is a very sweet boy. Now that we gave him a couple treats and he realizes he kind of liked those treats, now he's looking over there wanting to maybe get some more of those, but he's also loving the little scratching he's getting from our volunteer Ann, so he's a happy boy. He's very laid back. I know we've seen kind of a mix of hyper dogs and very laid back dogs. He's definitely more of the laid back, just kind of chilling. Just a very sweet boy. Yeah. He's still very young. He's only about 2 years old. And he was tested for heartworms and it came back negative, which is wonderful. We always like to see that. He's had all of his shots, been dewormed. He was actually, it says he came from Walton Road. So I don't know if he was picked up as a stray or what his situation was, but either way, he came from Walton Road and he is in need of a new home. He's in B14, that's his kennel number. And as you can see, he's just a very nice boy. He knows how to sit, obviously, and he likes to have someone tell him to sit, and he will go ahead and sit at that point. But he is very laid back and will be more of a just hang around the house with you. I'm sure he'd still love to go on nice long walks, but he'll be more along the lines of a dog that just likes to really hang out with you and be your buddy. So come on down here and meet Sambo. He's looking for his new best friend, and that may possibly end up being you. This beautiful orange girl is a little nervous now, and I mean, who can blame her? You know, these poor animals end up here, and They don't know how they got here, and most of the time, I mean 99.9% of the time, they did nothing wrong to end up here. They just got lost. So Eva here is a beautiful, beautiful girl. She's a medium to long-haired orange tabby, very, very sweet, and she has got the most gorgeous green eyes, which I don't know if she will grace you with so that you can see how pretty, pretty, pretty her green eyes are, but she is just a gorgeous, gorgeous girl. She is purring. She's got a very, very quiet demeanor, very gentle, very sweet, and just a really sweet girl. She is in C6, that's her cage number, and Eva has already had her shots and been dewormed. It looks like she was a stray from Mary Ann Street. She did not have any form of ID, didn't have a collar, didn't have a microchip, none of that sort of thing. So she ended up here at animal control by no fault of her own, and just really truly needs someone to just reassure her that although it seems like a big scary world out there, that nobody is going to hurt her and that she'll be safe from here on out. So please do come on down and meet Eva. I hate to see these cats that are so frightened having to spend more time here at animal control when they really truly just need to be in somebody's home with somebody that will love them and help them to understand that they're not going to be harmed. So please do come rescue Eva, meet this sweet girl, spend some time with her. She may be a little shy when you first get her out of the cage, but don't hold that against her. She will warm up to you soon enough, and you will see what an absolute nice, sweet, affectionate girl that she truly is. So come on down and rescue this girl. Here we have Heath. He is a chocolate lab mix. As you can see, he's very, very handsome. He's a little timid and shy, but that's just because he's just a little puppy, only about 6 or 7 months old, and he's out in this great big world not knowing how in the world all this happened. But super, super sweet. He's an A19, that's his cage number, and it looks like he was picked up as a stray from Pine Road. So you gotta come meet this boy, because he is just a lover, and he just needs to know that it's not a big scary world, and there's gonna be somebody out there that is going to give him lots of love, and he will give you unconditional love in return. So come and meet this very handsome boy, Heath. Like I said, he's a little timid and shy, but don't let that deter you from adopting him. He just really needs to know that he's safe and secure, and then he'll give you lots and lots of puppy kisses and lots of love after that. So come on down and meet this sweet boy. He's down here just waiting for you. Thank you so very much for watching today. We appreciate our viewers more than you could ever imagine. And we just want to make sure that you know that we know that you're watching. There are people in town that I've seen that have come up to me and just said wonderful things about our show. And if there are ever times when you feel like you want to make a comment about what you think we could do better or what you'd like to see on our show, then please don't hesitate to contact us. You can get all of our contact information on our website, which is www.nchsrescue.org. We'd love to hear from you. And also you can find out on our website how you can volunteer with our group, how you can also donate other things to our group. We're always needing dog food, cat litter, all those sorts of things. You can find out information about fostering. If you can't give a permanent home to a pet, then certainly you might be able to give a home to a pet for just a short period of time. And then we will be putting all of our foster pets at PetSmart on Sundays for adoption there. Those adoptions are held between 12:30 and 3:30 at the PetSmart in Newnan. So please do come on by and say hi to us then as well. We'd love to see you. And also just want to thank our volunteers, because my goodness, we are a 100% nonprofit organization. Nobody gets paid for what we do. We do it because we love it, and because we really truly want to make sure that all of the animals in our county find their forever home and they don't end up losing their lives by the simple fact that they're homeless. So thank you so much for tuning in and watching our show today. We hope that you enjoyed it, and we hope that you have a wonderful week. Thank you again to our veterans, and we will see you next week on Adopt a Pet.
Spend all your time waiting